Hello and welcome. As you have seen, the vulnerability assessment and scanning section, in which we found a lot more vulnerabilities and the exploits associated with them. So now it's time to exploit a vulnerability that was affected in the Windows XP and 2000 server, and the vulnerability was in the SMB server of that operating systems with the name of NetAPI Dynamic Link Library. Well, this exploit is old enough for now, but still you may find some companies and some hosts running Windows XP Service Pack 3 and Windows 2000. So we will see here with the vulnerability name, that is NetAPI. So I will simply search for that vulnerability that was NetAPI, and the vulnerability was MS08-067. So let's use this exploit to attack with and get a Metasploit shell. Now typing the info will provide information about this exploit and the supported Windows versions that can be exploited. Great. Here you can see the target list is too big, from 2000 to XP, Service Pack 2 and Service Pack 3 as well, with a lot more languages. And luckily we have Windows 2003 server, Service Pack 1 and 2 both in multiple languages. So a total of 72 targets for the same exploits. Great. Now what we had to say is remote host, that is IP address of that host. Suppose you are testing in a client engagement, so here you have to provide the IP address of that host and the machine running any Windows machines and operating systems from these all. So now let's move to another machine that is running Windows XP and find out IP address. So here is the IP address is this one. At first I will search for Nmap tool to find how many ports and services are running on that machine. Scanning with an Nmap tool have revealed 3 services that is already running, and this is the service that are going to be exploited. So now we should move to setting payloads. Type show options after using and loading an exploits. Here is the requirements that we need to. So this is the R host, remote host. That was 192.168.64.132. Now we need to see this compatible payloads. Type show payloads and it will show all the compatible payloads with this exploit. Well, with this exploit, almost all payload is supported here. I will use my favorite one, that is Metasploit. I will set payload. Now type show options and it will ask you to provide required information. So at this case, the L host is required. We need to set that, set L host. Localhost is set. Now if you want to check for the exploit, if the target is vulnerable or not, we can issue a command that is check to see the target is vulnerable or not. So as you can see, the target is vulnerable, so we can exploit and get a Metasploit session. At this point, if the target system is using firewall or something other security devices to block all the probes, blocking all the sessions, so in this case we can use encoders as well, so that the antivirus and the firewalls and the security mechanisms will not be able to identify for what kind of traffic is passing through the network. So as I know there is no any security mechanisms at this time, I will simply issue the command that is exploit, that is the last one, and it will be exploited. Sometimes you need to change your localhost port number and the payload as well. The exploit has been successful and I have get a Metasploit shell. From here we can perform every task and do almost everything on the target system. So as you can see, the server name and the entity system. Now at first I will type get system and it will try to bypass, and the Metasploit will get system level access. Now from here we can type shell prompt to get a command prompt of the Windows system. This is the command prompt of that XP machine that is running. I will go back, so typing exit The most important part of getting a shell prompt and interpreter session is getting the hashed password and the same database of the Windows machine. So at this case, I will type hash dump and it will dump all the passwords on that machine. So as you can see, the rock is the user at this time logging on the XP machine, and this is the hashed password. Now from here we can run the auxiliary module of the Metasploit to crack this password, or simply copy this and paste in Notepad and type the John the Reaper command and exploit this password. Now after exploitation, we can do everything as you have the login passwords. So this is the main motive of a penetration tester, in which we get administrative access, and this is enough to provide a proof of concept with the client on engagement. You can type simply help and it will provide you with the details that what you can do. You can also perform key logging. This will start and this will stop. This will take a screenshot. We can also record the mic, webcam, execute the command related to any softwares, and kill a process. So at this time, I will use a process list, that is PS. So this is showing the process list that is running on that machine. Now we can migrate our interpreter session to one of these process lists, and the safe one is the explorer.exe, because this is the main process on which a user logs in and maintains their session. So suppose you are binding your interpreter session with a notepad, and the users closing the notepad will close your interpreter session. So that this is the safe way to migrate the process to explorer.exe. So I will simply type migrate and the process ID is 1528. As you can see, the process was 984 earlier, that was with the name SVC host. This is also a stealed. This is showing as anti-systems. Now the migration is completed successfully. When the user will log out and shut down the system, then our interpreter session will be closed. So this is the way we can attack the target system. Either it is XP with any service pack at this time now, because XP is outdated and Microsoft had closed the product services. Still, there are a lot more people using this vulnerable operating system. Even 2000 server and 2003 server, we can attack with a simple Metasploit commands and get a full system compromise and even a full network compromise with a single system attacks. Practice on your own system, attack and use a interpreter session. You can also use a post-exploitation modules because it have almost 250 post-exploitation commands in the Metasploit. You can see by typing show post. All these are the post-exploitation commands. We can attack and perform all these actions on the target system with the help of this one. Thank you.